Hey guys, it's Mrs. Lamphere, and in this video we're going to be looking at the hyperlinks assignment in Section 3, Part D. And so in this assignment, we're going to be adding hyperlinks to our portfolio page, and we're going to link them directly to our invitation page and our Webmaster Roles pages. Then we're also going to add a link onto our invitation and Webmaster Roles pages in order to go back to our portfolio page. And we're also then on our portfolio page going to add a mail to link that allows people that visit our page to shoot us an email should they choose to do so. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'm actually going to take you back to Part A and kind of start from scratch here. So you've probably already done some of this if you've been reading and following along through the text, but I'm going to, like I said, kind of start from scratch here. So here's the text that we have. It's going to kind of get our website started. So let's go ahead and save this as, and it's going to be directly in our portfolio folder. This is going to be called index.html. Save. And let's go ahead and just real quickly view. Oh, let me get the right folder open. Okay, so I'm in my portfolio folder. Let's go ahead and view what that looks like so far. So pretty plain and simple. We haven't done much yet, but just by copying and pasting that code, you should see my portfolio at the top, and then invitation and Webmaster role following that. So now our next step is going to be to turn this invitation into an active link and link it directly to our invitation web page, which you made previously in this unit. And then we're going to turn this Webmaster role text into a link also that goes directly to our Webmaster role webpage that we also previously created. Okay, so now we need to add the code in order to link our text. So you should have read in your text that to link codes, we need to add this ahref tag. And in that tag we'll include where exactly we want them to link to, and which text we are converting over to a link. So let's get our, and here's another example here too of a link to google.com with the word Google. So let's open up our notepads, and we're going to add in that link code. So I'm going to, the first one I want to link is this invitation line. So I'm going to add in the code ahref equals and parenthesis or quotation mark, and so this is where we indicate the file path in order to access our invitation web page. So that's going to go within these quotation marks, and then after the quotation marks we do another tag sign, and we have our text, and we end it with a close hyperlink tag, which is the /A, and then we end the paragraph. So now, again, within these quotation marks, I need to tell the website how to access this invitation HTML file. So to find my invitation HTML file, as you can see, you can kind of see your file structure unfold at the top of your web docs page. So I have this index file saved in my portfolio, so that's where we're starting at. So I need to tell it to go, all right, we're in my portfolio, so now I needed to tell it to go inside my Unit 2 folder, inside my invitation folder, and then to grab this index.2 HTML file. So that's going to look like this. I'm telling it to go inside my Unit 2 folder. Once you're in there, go inside my invitation folder. And once you're in there, you're going to grab index2.html. And let's go ahead and save that. Go back to our index page, open that up, and there we go. So now we have an active link that takes me directly to my invitation web page. So eventually we're going to be, instead of hitting the back button to get back to my portfolio page, I'm going to want to put a link on this page that I can click on that automatically takes me back to my portfolio. Okay, next we're going to do the same thing, only we want to link to our Webmaster role page. So go ahead and on your own type in the code that it's going to take for you to get to your Webmaster role page. Okay, so your code should look something like this. I did the ahref and I told it to look inside my Unit 2 folder. And remember that that assignment is called cssassignment.html, so make sure you put in the right verbiage to make sure you're getting the right file. Let's go ahead and save that. Go back to our folder. And now you can see we have our link to our Webmaster role page as well. Okay, next we're going to want to add these CSS Hyperlink Attributes to our links. And you read about those in part B. So this is the CSS code in order to apply the different attributes to our links. You should have read that the A link applies color, sets the original link color. A hover applies color over when you mouse over that link. And visited sets the color for the link once it's been visited. So we can kind of have control over those different colors based on when someone clicks on it and once they've already visited. So this actually is, we're getting to a point where I found kind of an error in your text, and if you have the Unit 2 study guide open, I refer to that error here in your study guide. So, because this took me quite some time to kind of figure out because I could not get it to work for me. When I copied and pasted this code directly from your text, it was not working, and so I did a little further research and I found out that when you are applying these CSS styles, I found that a hover must come after your a link and your a visited styles. So when we copy and paste this, we're going to want to make sure that we put a hover after a visited. So go ahead and open up your notepad back up, and we want to again apply these styles like we did in the previous assignments. The styles go at the top heading of our web page. So I'm going to go ahead and we want to copy from style type all the way down to close style. Copy those and paste them right under our head tag. And so these are the different styles. Now you're going to kind of adjust these and make them your own. Let's go back to where we have the link to our color. Where is that at? That should be maybe in part F. Sorry, might be making you dizzy here. Here's what I'm looking for. I was looking for the link to all the different color codes. So you're going to want to go in and put in your different color codes. But before you do that, so let's kind of get these links in order. So we said in order for these style states to work, a hover must come after a link and a visited. So we want to make sure that this a hover, let's go ahead and select that, Control C to copy, Control X to cut, and we want it to come after our a visited style there. So again, I copied a hover, cut it, and put it after my a visited style. It just kind of throws off the coding, I guess, because I spent a long time trying to figure that out. Let's go ahead and file save that so we don't lose our place. Okay, let's go ahead now and go to our folder and let's see what we have so far now that we've applied those styles. So now you can see that we have a certain color showing up on our links, and once we mouse over it we get a different color, and then when we click and visit the link, it should become then even a different color. So what I want you guys to do now is go into these different styles and apply your own colors, sizes, font style. Change them up a little bit until they are the colors and the fonts and the sizes that you want them to be. Okay, so once you have put in your own colors, your own size, your own font style, go ahead and save where you're at. Go back to your folder. Let's preview what that looks like. And you can see my links have changed here a little bit. And you'll notice when I mouse over, this is something I actually did on accident. When I mouse over, it changes back to Times text. So I have it on Calibri normally, but when you mouse over it, it changes to times. Let's see why that is. Oh, and here's why. So under my hover style, you can see I misspelled Calibri, and since it didn't recognize, I added an F on accident, so since it didn't recognize what font that was, it defaulted to Times New Roman, so you can kind of see that it's different there, which kind of looks cool. I kind of like that it changes fonts, but we're going to go ahead and move this back to Calibri, spell it correctly. You guys should have done some copying and pasting instead of typing it all. So we saved that. Let's check it out one more time. There we go. So now it's the same font as opposed to changing like this website does. Okay, the next thing we want to do on our portfolio page is add this mail to link onto our page. So let's check that out in part C, I believe is where they provide us the code for linking to an email address. Yep, so pretty similar to our other link tags, only we insert this special text to connect to an email address, and then we can put whatever text we want to be displayed for someone to click on. So let's go back to our notepad, and we're going to add in a email me tag. So let's go ahead and underneath our Webmaster role link, we're going to add a new item, and it's going to say, I'm just going to go ahead and copy this entire code here, paste it, and make sure you replace this email address with your own email address. So I'm going to set mine up to my Gmail account. And I'll go ahead and leave that to say contact me as the text that shows up. So let's go ahead, save that, and check it out. And there we have the contact me. And so this is kind of nice because I haven't, these other links I've already clicked on, so you never saw that purple color appear. But since I haven't clicked on this contact me link yet, it's that original purple color. So once I click on that, it opens my email account to email me directly. So make sure you have that contact me link applied to your portfolio page. And next then with the assignment, I think we have everything done on our portfolio page. Now we need to make sure we add links onto our invitation page and our webmaster role so that when we do click on these links, we have a way to get back to the page without hitting the back button. Okay, so in order to do this, we're going to need to go back into those different HTML documents and open them in Notepad in order to add in the link code. Okay, so here's the code for my invitation web page, index 2, and I think I'm just going to add a link kind of below this text over here on the invite. So let me find that text. Here's the text in the invite, and I'm going to make it return once. Actually, I'm going to make it return twice. And then I'm going to add the information to go back to the portfolio page. Okay, so I know that to link to something, I'm going to need my anchor href code and equals quotation marks. And then, so this is where typically I put my file path. So you'll notice on, let me open up okay, so this is the code for my portfolio page. So here's the links that I used in order to get to my invitation page and my webmaster page. I had to say, all right, inside my Unit 2 folder, you're going to grab the CSS assignment.html. Inside my Unit 2 folder, you're going to go into the invitation folder and then grab index2.html. So now I'm asking the website to actually go backwards. So I'm here let me kind of show you the file. So in portfolio, Unit 2. Okay, so this is where I'm at. I'm in my index 2, right? This is my index 2 code. So I'm in my index 2. I can't tell it to go any further into files, right? I need to back it up to go back to my portfolio index page. All right, so there's kind of some different code that your text doesn't tell you about, but I'm going to show you here in order to go back to our portfolio page. Because again, we are clear into our invitation folder inside our Unit 2 folder, and now we need to backtrack into our portfolio folder. So this is what that text is going to look like. So with my link here, I'm going to type period, backslash, and that knocks me back one folder. So that moved me back into my Unit 2 folder. So now if I hit period, backslash again, that puts me back into my portfolio folder. And now I want to tell it to grab the index file because I'm wanting it to go back to my home page. So by adding in the period, forward slash, those are forward slashes, that tells it to go knock it back a step. All right, so instead of going into files, we're backing out of files and we're grabbing that HTML file. Or sorry, instead of going into folders, we're backing out of folders in order to grab that index.html file. So now I need to finish that up with a close tag /A. Let's hit save, and oh, one thing I'm missing here now is the text that I want to appear. So this is going to be on my invitation page, and maybe I want something that says home in order for that person to know, okay, if I click on that, I can get back to the home page of this website. So let's close those, go back to our folder, click on our index.html. So here's my link to invitation. Now I have this home link appear. If I click back on this, yay, it takes me back to my portfolio page. So, like I showed you, by adding that period, forward slash, we're actually working our way backwards in those folders. Okay, so now we have to go back in and do the same thing with our Webmaster roles assignment. So I'm going to go into the code of my Webmaster roles page, and I'm going to bring back up this same link since I already have it created here. I'm going to just copy that and I'm going to paste it. Let's just put it below my citations here and paste that. Again, telling it to go backwards into a couple folders to grab that HTML file. Let's hit save there and go back to our index folder. So now our Webmaster roles link should work. And then we have our home button. Whoop, something got off there, so now I have to do some investigating. Okay, so here's why that code did not work on our Webmaster role page. Because, so if you'll notice, inside our portfolio folder, we go into our Unit 2 folder, and here is our Webmaster role HTML document. So in my code, I'm actually telling it to go back 2 folders. But now on this page, I only need it to go back 1 folder because the invitation HTML was actually inside another folder. But since this CSS assignment is directly in the Unit 2 folder, we only needed to go back 1 folder in order to grab that index.html document. So we can just delete one of those period, forward slashes, save that. Let's close this page. Go back to our index file. Okay, now this should work. Click on our home page. Yay, it takes us back to our portfolio page. All right, so let's go back to the assignment, make sure we have everything we need. We have the hyperlink attributes on our portfolio, invitation, and Webmaster role page. We have a mail to link with the contact me. We have the links on our invitation and Webmaster role pages as well to go back to our portfolio page. And that should be it. So now you're going to zip your entire portfolio folder. So make sure you're right-clicking on your entire portfolio folder and you are sending to compressed file and you're submitting your entire portfolio folder. It will not work if you only send me your Unit 2 folder or your index HTML file. You need to send me your entire portfolio folder in order for this to work.